The internet is ablaze right now with whispers, gasps, and sheer incredulity that Mendeecees has finally broken his quiet. And the way he did it was a total reality TV eruption. Mendeecees reportedly stormed out on Instagram Live, accusing controversial blogger Tasha K of being downright obsessed with not only him but also Mina in an unexpected move. And he did not hold back. According to sources close to the cast, he was enraged, pacing with frustrated eyes as he accused her of attempting to destroy his reputation piece by piece, leak by leak, year after year. Now, fans are divided. Some claim Tasha is just doing what she always exposes the truth amidst chaos. Others think she's gone too far, especially now that her most recent claims have taken a federal turn. From adultery scandals to courtroom gossip, Mendeecees claims Tasha has dragged him and Erica through Helen. He is bored of it. With comments flying and screenshots appearing, the internet is humming with one question. Has Tasha finally pushed him too far? Is this just another messy chapter in a long-running feud between reality stars and online gossip queens? In any case, the consequences have only recently begun. It all began with a single clip or 2 seconds of shaky screen-captured video, which spread like wildfire on Twitter. Mendeecees stood in front of a simple white wall, visibly filming himself with a phone, his voice low but tense. "She's fascinated," he mumbled, his gaze diverting away from the lens. "It has been years. She simply won't leave us alone." No names were mentioned, but no one required them. Within minutes, the comments took off. Everyone knew he was talking about Tasha K. The time, tone, and fury in his voice were all evident. It wasn't simply venting. He was calling her out. Within an hour, the gossip blogs have already clipped, filtered, and captioned the footage. Mans eventually breaks down, and Tasha K's most recent victim speaks out. Some fans saw it as an honest and emotional moment. Others rolled their eyes and called it deflection. However, those who have been following the after years of back and forth, it felt like something greater. This was not just another Instagram story. This was Mendeecees' public unraveling, possibly an attempt to reclaim his control. Behind the scenes, word grew that Tasha was preparing for another massive drop. This time, it was not about cheating or private direct messages. It was bigger, a voice memo. Someone linked to the love and hip-hop community alleges she had access to tapes indicating federal interest in Mendeecees. They bugged him, the voice explained. They had microphones on set. Tasha got her hands on it. The concept sounded outlandish, too enormous to be true. But Tasha had made a career out of making the impossible into the unquestionable. And now she was implying that there was more footage coming that would blow the lid off the whole issue. Meanwhile, Mina remained unusually quiet. She did not post, tweet, or attend any of her regular brand events. Fans noticed, Erica so silent all of a sudden. One comment read, another said, she always talks, but now that Tasha K's name is falling again, she has ghosted. Behind closed doors, insiders say she was enraged not only at Tasha, but also at Mendeecees. The last time Tasha caused a scandal, Erica bore the brunt of the blame. Her name appeared in the headlines, tears on camera, and she wasn't going to let it happen again. Tasha published a thumbnail teaser, not the complete video, which heightened the anticipation. Just a blurry image of someone in a hoodie with the title, "Which He Knows I Know." The internet has lost it. Everyone assumed it was Mendeecees and curiosity erupted. Did she have proof that he spoke to someone he shouldn't have? Was there a video of him admitting to something illegal? Or was this just another one of Tasha's setups designed to create havoc and increase views? Men have had enough. According to someone in his camp, he began making calls. Producers, network representatives, and former cast members. He sought to stop the leaks. He wanted someone to shut Tasha down before things escalated, but nothing could be done. Tasha walked a fine line in terms of law. She didn't say anything directly, just enough to start a conversation, raise suspicions, and allow the audience to connect the dots for themselves. They did. The breaking point occurred late one night when a second video surfaced. "It's time." Mendeecees spoke clearly. "She wrecked my name," he proceeded. "Every time we get peace, every time Erica and I try to move forward, here she comes again with lies, with stories, with clips that don't even tell the full truth." His voice cracked toward the end. "I have kids, man. They see this stuff." Fans were split. Some claimed it was manipulation, others noticed the anguish. Only one thing was certain: Minds declared war. Tasha did not take long to respond. In a now-deleted post, she asked, "If it wasn't true, why are you so mad?" She followed that up with a poll. Should I remove the entire audio or let him sweat? 78% of her followers agreed to hear it. The comments were savage. People choose sides as if it were a custody battle. One person commented, "He's been hiding for too long." Another added, "Leave him alone. It's not perfect, but you're dragging him for clicks." Backstage during a recent taping, cast members whispered that production was panicked because they didn't want to be caught in the crossfire of a federal rumor that had gone viral. Some of them had worked with Mendeecees for years and weren't ready to let go of that relationship. But at the same time, the buzz was undeniable. Social media was erupting, and love and hip-hop had not seen this level of participation in months. Yandy finally broke her quiet, tweeting a muted boomerang of herself in a studio and captioning it, Some deserve a response," while as a result, old drama resurfaced. Funny how Yandy always stays quiet until things get serious. Where was this excitement when Tasha admitted to faking the marriage storyline and is now under pressure from all sides to tell two stories? This time, there is no filter, just a black screen and voice. "This woman has been following me and my family for years," he added. "She lied about my past, about Erica, and about our children. Now she says the feds are watching me. You've got to be sick." Obsessed. The term obsessed hit differently, not only because of how he said it, but because of who he was saying it to. It wasn't some random troll. It was a media powerhouse who'd established her entire reputation by exposing individuals like him. And fans began analyzing every contact between Tasha and the pair, unequivocally criticizing her in public. In a rediscovered interview, Tasha remarked, "I could destroy that man's image if I really wanted." She also mentioned Erica's name casually in videos, deleted comments, and podcast recordings. 2. People were questioning if she was serious back then or just laying the framework for what's going on today. While the drama played out online, Erica finally broke her silence in a late-night Twitter rage. "Have you ever been stalked with a camera and microphone? Welcome to my life," she wrote. "This ain't journalism. This is obsession." She followed it up with a photo of herself and Mans holding hands, with no caption. People argued about whether the image was genuine or just damage control, but the impact was undeniable. It wasn't just Tasha versus Mendeecees. It was a full-fledged conflict between the blogger and the couple she'd supposedly been targeting for years. And somewhere in the middle of it all, the reality became murkier. Had Tasha truly crossed a boundary this time? Or was she simply doing what she always did, dropping half-truths and leaving the audience to fill in the blanks? Because one thing was certain, the hush that followed Erica's late-night message didn't last long. It seemed like the quiet before a storm ripped the sky open. Whatever happened next would not be quiet or clean. People had hardly finished retweeting her hand-holding photo with Mendeecees when Tasha K responded with a post that left social media in shambles. 5 lines, no hashtags, no emojis, just cold, direct text on a dark background. "I've only scratched the surface." And with that, the entire internet knew she wasn't done, not by a long shot. An anonymously tagged fan gossip page posted a screenshot of what appeared to be internal communication between someone from Tasha's camp and a source connected to LHHATL. There was no official name or confirmation of the email's authenticity. The internet exploded with theories, blogs reposted, and fans questioned, was Tasha getting insider info? And if so, how far back did this occur? Minds Already on Edge called a close buddy who used to work in production. According to a private DM breach revealed by a reality TV page, a friend told him bluntly, "They've been chatting to her, bro. You did not hear it from me, but someone is feeding her." The messages were blurred, and names had been removed, but they were clear enough to cause panic. In one chat, Mendeecees said, "I swear if I find out who, it's done." Whether it was a genuine threat or just exasperation pouring over, no one could say, but it poured gasoline to the flames. Yandy kept fairly mute. Fans swamped her page, demanding that she speak up. Where do you stand? Do you believe your husband? Or is this damage control? Her silence just exacerbated the situation. If she posted anything unrelated, such as a gym video or a skincare tip, the comments section erupted with people criticizing her for dodging the matter. One person commented, "You're performing squats while the feds squat on Mendeecees' head." The pressure increased until she released a brief, clearly unscripted video on her phone, her eyes swollen and her voice low. "I've watched this play out long enough," she began, "and I've remained silent, not because I'm afraid, but because I'm tired of defending myself against a lady who has made us her tail for years." She didn't say Tasha's name, but the target was clear. She was tired of proving that we're real people with real families, not just content for someone else's clicks. The video received over 1 million views in 24 hours, but Tasha K wasn't there. Her next post was a hazy image of court papers, nothing readable, just a tease, with the caption, "He'd better hope I don't post the rest." Fans zoomed in and enlarged their screenshots, claiming they could make out things like fiscal review, public conduct, and third-party witness. Whether true or not, it was enough to send the fan base into a frenzy. People began sifting through Mendeecees' prior cases, looking for anything that could relate. Hourly YouTube reaction videos cropped up, all asking, every time, his name, they hold their breath while following trends. And then came the unforeseen twist that no one saw coming. A former Love and Hip Hop producer anonymously emailed a podcast host with a claim that shook the entire story. They stated Tasha K had earlier presented a partnership to the network, exclusive leaks, planted stories, and pre-planned bombshell drops in exchange for early access to cast programming, but the network declined, so Tasha allegedly utilized her own contacts to continue creating. When the podcast episode aired and this hypothesis went viral, people began to wonder if Tasha K had been manipulating all of this to coincide with the show's schedule. Parallel drama was frequently released during the same week as key plotlines. One blogger stated, "She's producing without a paycheck." Others pushed back, but she merely had better sources than VH1. Mendeecees, on the other hand, felt vindicated. According to a close acquaintance, he suddenly appeared to be able to breathe again, stating, "See, it's not only me. You have been conspiring." Even with that momentum, the damage had been done. His name was trending for the wrong reasons, and clips from his past surfaced. The irony was not missed on anyone, particularly Tasha, when old interviews were edited into fresh exposure videos. Worse, fans began to suspect Yandy and Erica as well. Her next post was as caustic as ever. "So now I'm the villain for telling you the truth." And she followed it with a vote. Should I go silent or go savage? More than 80% picked savage. And the cycle continued. Interview requests flooded in for everyone involved. Daytime talk programs, podcast presenters, bloggers, and even documentary filmmakers all wanted a piece of the upheaval. Some labeled it the fall of a reality TV monarch, while others dubbed it digital media's retribution. But to the people in the middle of it, Mendeecees, Erica Yandet wasn't entertainment. It was personal, messy, and exhausting. And with Tasha teasing another part 2 of her alleged leak, no one knew where the next hit would land. But whether she had the goods or was just bluffing, one thing was certain, Tasha had them all on edge, and she was not about to let go. By the third wave of reaction, even the most devoted followers didn't know what to trust anymore. The boundary between reality, retribution, and raw emotion had blurred beyond recognition. Andis, once the Love and Hip Hop franchise, had never seen anything like this before, and it wasn't even running on television. Despite his reputation for keeping his cool, he had now become the focal player in one of the most chaotic online controversies ever. Tasha K didn't have to post lengthy videos or hour-long rants to convey her real-time damage, which was being discussed on thousands of phones, blogs, and group chats. She had figured out the formula: small bites, cryptic captions, and enough shade to keep the internet dizzy. Here's a 15-second clip. A blurry screenshot there. K. One-liners like he said what he wasn't meant to say or asked Erica who she phoned that night. Each post felt like a mystery. Mendeecees had gone utterly silent, with no stories, posts, or likes. The fans, on the other hand, were fixated on discovering a larger mystery. People noticed right away, and after calling Tasha out, he vanished. There has to be something real behind those leaks, one user remarked. Others backed him, saying, the man deserved peace. But quiet in the arena of public drama is usually always read as guilt. And unfortunately for Mendeecees, Tasha wasn't leaving space for doubt. In a voice note she uploaded on her Patreon, Quasha said she just had a clip audio of Mendeecees in a heated argument about safeguarding Erica from exposure. She did not share the complete tape. It's simply a 7-second teaser that cut off soon after Mendeecees' voice said, "Nah, if it gets out, we done." Fans flew into a frenzy. Some assumed he was referring about an old affair, while others said it was about a previous arrest. The truth, Yandy was done sitting on the sidelines, so she posted a close-up selfie. It didn't matter anymore. The harm had already been done. No filter, no glitter, just sleepy eyes with the comment, "Say my name again and see what happens." There was a direct challenge. Within an hour, Tasha shared it with the response, "Oh, I intend to." That was the night everything changed. That same evening, a new video surfaced, one that no one saw coming, nor from Tasha, nor from Mendeecees, but from a former assistant to a producer who had worked on the Atlanta set during season 10 and now deleted. The assistant stated that they had witnessed many conversations between Tasha K and production insiders on TikTok, and that they desired drama, which Tasha delivered. She went on to suggest that certain moments were exaggerated or trimmed in precise ways to line up with what Tasha would say next on her platform, as if they were feeding off of each other. Despite the chaos, Tasha K never slowed down, posting another teaser on her YouTube community tab. "If you want the uncensored version, keep watching." And just like that, the countdown began. Fans were riveted to her page, waiting to see what she'd release next. The suspense was electric and scary. The producers of Love and Hip Hop finally issued a vague statement, stating that they appreciated the safety and well-being of their cast and did not condone harassment. But it was too late, and no one believed it. The fans demanded answers. The cast in this nasty corner of the internet, the drama never ends. The pressure cooker finally reached its boiling point during what was intended to be a routine workday. Although the set was unusually quiet that morning, crew personnel muttered behind lighting rigs, producers were buried in text chains, and cast members strolled with stiff shoulders and darting eyes, all indicating that something was about to happen. They just didn't know what form it would take. It wasn't just about Mendeecees anymore. It was about Tasha K's ability to draw the entire show into her circle, and now her grip was undeniable. Tasha's single quote's newest teaser had gone live just hours earlier, and it was already everywhere. A shaky cam clip, clearly taken from a private parking lot meeting outside the studio, showed Mendeecees talking to someone whose face was invisible. He was agitated, moving his hands as he spoke, and though the audio was muffled, one statement stood out: "I should never have let her get that close." Within minutes, fans were dissecting it. Was he talking about Tasha, Erica, or someone else? Theories flew faster than anyone could respond, and no one could explain how the footage was even captured. The parking lot was supposed to be secure. Mendeecees didn't comment publicly, but people close to him said he was upset. He felt like he was being hunted, that no matter where he went, someone was looking at him. He reportedly turned to Yandy and, "How did she get this deep into our lives? How did she have so much access?" Yandy didn't have an answer. She just looked at him, lips pressed tight, and whispered, "We let it happen." The set that day felt more like a Erica sat in makeup, peering into the mirror but not really seeing herself. It felt more like a courtroom than a reality TV program, and everyone on the set had seen the clip. A makeup artist attempted to powder her cheeks, but she swatted the hand away. "Don't bother," she muttered. "They're going to say I'm faking emotions anyway." Nearby, Yandy looked through her phone with a worried face. Every few seconds, she'd peek across at Mendeecees, who sat calmly in a chair, hood up, gaze unreadable. The producers pulled before filming. The three of them and two executives gathered in a private discussion with no cameras or help. "We need to know how you want to proceed," one of the executives remarked in a polite but forceful tone. Erica let out a bitter laugh. "You think it wasn't real before?" Yandy folded her arms. "We are being recorded off duty without our permission, and she's allowed to post that the producers exchanged looks. We can't control her," one conceded, "but we can give you the space to respond on your own terms." Mendeecees remained silent for a while. When he finally spoke, his voice was low. "If I answer, she wins. If I remain silent, she wins. How do I reclaim my name?" Later that evening, after filming ended, the three of them sat in the same green room, where they'd once celebrated a viral scene, and it felt like a bunker. Outside, phones buzzed nonstop, Tweets came in, stories were reshared, hashtags like #Mendeecees leaks and #Tasha K revealed trended simultaneously, and fans couldn't decide which side to support. Some felt terrible for the couple, while others believed they were finally being exposed. Erica scanned through her DMs and read one aloud. "You deserve this." She turned the phone to Mendeecees, her voice shaking, and said, "You see this? I've been paying for your past for years. You've been a fake since the beginning." He looked at her, jaw clenched, but said nothing. Yandy jumped in. "Don't do that. This isn't his fault alone. Let it go on. We used to giggle at her posts about other people, but now it's about us." Erica wiped her face. "And I'm done remaining mute." That night, without telling anyone, Erica went live. She wasn't in full glam, and she wasn't even sitting straight. She laid on her side with her phone, perched on a pillow, voice steady. "I'm not here to amuse tonight," she said. "I'm not here to trend. I'm only here because I'm exhausted. Tasha K has pulled every aspect of my name, family, and pain for what? For clicks or for money? And now people are calling me a liar, accusing me of being complicit, and claiming that I deserve it." She stopped, her lips twitching. "No one deserves to be stalked like this. I do not care what you think of me, but this is not acceptable." Within 10 minutes, her live video received over 80,000 views. She did not cry. She did not yell. She has just spoken. Raw, broken, and human. For the first time in this catastrophe, people began to shift. Not all of the remarks were hostile. There were hearts. There were apologies. There were fans saying, "I judged you too soon." Many sat in the next room, watching her live on his phone. After she finished, he proceeded to the kitchen and poured a glass of water while shaking hands. Yandy watched him silently for a bit before asking, "Are you going to say anything too?" He nodded.